Hello. A quick shout out to Corin Bryant for just showing up no matter what state his body is in and just sharing about awakening and being empathetic and inspiring. I'm so impressed. I also want to thank Keith Kavanaugh from A Course in Miracles with Keith for just doing such an amazing job with the uncompromising Course in Miracles message. Thank you so much, Keith. So I'm showing up today imperfectly. I should be doing something else, but I'm doing this for some reason. I just wanted to talk about the I thought. So if we're being rigorous, you aren't identifying with anything. So I've said that the only problem is identification. And it looks like someone would have to identify with something to make that happen. And that's how it appears. But really, the appearance of identification is the I thought. Identification is the thought itself. It's the greatest thought of all. This could be a tiny mad idea, or a large part of it that's talked about in A Course in Miracles. But the I thought, or the me thought, is a three-dimensional thought. It wraps around you. It seems to wrap around you. It's presupposed, right? As if it's already there, already existing. As if you somehow woke up to yourself and yourself was there. You just weren't awake enough to see it. But it's really the opposite. Really, you have to fall asleep to yourself, or to the self, or to selfing, or really it's more to meing, right? The me thought, three-dimensional holographic wraparound thought that says it's you. Like, you aren't identifying with the self, right? The selfing or meing mechanism in a three-dimensional holographic way fits you with it's like the best VR, headset, helmet, gloves, whatever. Encompasses everything, every part of the body. It's like being fit with that. And then part of that extremely thorough thought I just forgot what I was going to say. Part of that extremely thorough thought is that this is you. Or it's really, I prefer me because it's personal. It's really eyeing or meing because it's personal. And it's so crazy that this is not you. But it makes sense once you see it that meing is not me. You know, youing is not you. Meing is not me. Eyeing is not me. Eyeing is not us. Isn't it weird how something can seem to project its I onto you and then make it seem as if you're doing it? That's the extent. That's what I was trying to get at. It's like, that's the extent of the me thought, is that, is that it comes in, extensive me thought comes in and then flips it around. I'm not being me thoughted, okay? I am me thinking. But no, not actually true. Because at some point, you may see that the meing can go on without you caring about what it's doing. It's really like, I think of like in the old days, Disneyland, there was like tickets through e-tickets, and the best rides were the e-tickets, like Space Mountain. You know, Space Mountain is an e-ticket, then like this whole tiny mad idea of like, hey, what if I could be a separate entity? What if I could be a separate person? What if I could be a person? What if I could be a what if I could be a me? What if I could be a separate me? What if I could be a me? The thought of me. Wow, the thought of me. Crazy. Um, the me ride is like a double Z ride, right? Double Z ride. Like we just so thoroughly convincing. And the me's job see, it's me, it's a verb. Meaning is a verb because it has to be a constant, nonstop barrage of convincing to try to keep you in a virtual reality. There's so many holes in the fake world that the only way to keep you asleep is to keep that sales pitch going. The sales pitch is going all the time with just the rare occasional moments, you know, when you're, you know, like when the meeting stops. We might think of it mostly as when the thinking stops, but you probably had some clear moments when the meeting stops and it's just you and the mountain, or you and your dog, or you and your child, or just you and the sky, or you and the stars, or forgot where I was going with that. It was me and stars there for a second. Um, Yeah, but just the occasional break in the nonstop sales pitch of self. But that's what it has to do. This constant convincing. Because otherwise you'd go, this is so, this is like, the Truman Show, bought at Kmart. Do they still have Kmarts? Not sure. When I was a kid, it was Kmart's. You kind of get sort of the cheap products. Dollar store. It's like the Truman Show about at a dollar store. Just pretty plastic and see-through, and it slows down when you can see it. So we're on the greatest ride of all time. The meaning is, or the me thought, the constant me, the constant reiteration of the me thought in all its various ways. All its various ways. We'll go into that sometime. Different ways where you think you're considering yourself, but it's just a device of the me thought to get you to reinvest in the meing. Enough for now. Be well.